Good evening. The summer tourist trade of a New Jersey town may be nothing but ashes tonight after a raging fire.
The Long Branch Boardwalk is still burning tonight. Firefighters still battling a blaze that destroyed an amusement park, a pier, and at least 20 small businesses. The damage is in the millions in a small seashore community that depends on summer tourism to survive. Ben Farnsworth is on the scene with the latest for us. Ben?
Chuck, Fire Chief Stan Juba just told me that he was praying for rain, and I think he's going to get it because we're already being pelted with raindrops and the wind is picking up. It appears as though we're going to get a thunder shower here soon, and we need it because the pier is still burning, as you can see behind me. In fact, they have called in the Coast Guard to pour water on it from a boat adjacent to the pier. You may be able to see the lights of the boat going back and forth on the pier behind me. They are, of course, afraid for safety reasons to send firefighters out on that very rickety pier, and many of the posts underneath it have been burned out. This fire has been going since 3 o'clock this afternoon. It was a massive fire that burned out of control for hours. 150 yards of boardwalk, 14 stores, and the Long Branch Pier are gone.
It was a very scary thing. They were fanned by 25, 30 mile an hour winds, and the place just went like tissue paper.
When it was over, there were only 100 yards of boardwalk left. The fire jumped from the boardwalk to the pier in the high winds.
With that wind blowing, it just whipped right up and burned up the rest of the boardwalk and then out onto the pier.
The owner of an arcade across from the fire scene said a wooden enclosed walkway built next to the pier allowed the fire to spread to the pier. He said he complained to the state that it was a fire hazard.
The role of that walkway, as far as I'm concerned, is what allowed that fire to get across to the main pier. Because it set fire to that walkway, and there was no way to get in there and fight it.
Long Branch Fire Chief Stan Juba says his men made daily fire inspections to the pier. Firefighters from 7 communities and 2 Coast Guard cutters poured water on it, but there was no way to stop the flames until the fire burned itself out. A fire investigation team meets tomorrow to try to come up with a cause. There were 50 to 75 people on the pier when the fire broke out. There were some close calls, but only 10 minor injuries. The pier housed the Haunted Mansion and Kids World, an amusement park that will be missed by young and old. Was it a lot of fun?
Mm-hmm. But it was scary on the Haunted Mansion.
Naturally, everybody's come down here to the shore, have a good time. So naturally, if being that burnt down, why, it kind of hurts a little bit, don't you think?
Now, I talked with Fire Chief Stan Juba about the allegations made by the arcade owner. He said that, in fact, the flames jumped from the roof of one building to the roof of buildings on the pier. And he said he actually fought the fire from the walkway so that was not a factor. What caused it? Well, they hope to sit down and figure it out tomorrow, but they had a fire here last year that was caused by a cigarette thrown between the boardwalk. And, of course, they're going to be looking at that and other things as well. Back to you, Sue, Chuck.
Thank you, Ben.